Tali Zorobas, Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exile.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zorobas Nima. Whatever we must call you,
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. I
imagine Father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed.
You're an admiral.
I'm afraid you'll see inside, Tali.
I guess we should get started.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
Tali, I'm not a lawyer. Hell, everyone thinks I'm part of Cerberus. Do you really think I can help you?
They're trying to turn the crowd against me. That's why they changed my status to Vas Normandy. This whole trial is a farce.
You underestimate us, Tali. Do not forget that you have friends as well as enemies. I delayed their attempt to try you in absentia. I convinced them to allow a human into our midst. You still have a chance. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you. This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali Zorobas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I thought Quarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
You think Tally's helping the Geth? Maybe killing a few dozen will prove her loyalty.
We do not accuse Tali of aiding the Geth cause. We accuse her of carelessness that endangered the fleet.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you... If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again...
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected, given the likely networked intelligence requirements...
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hanger Alcorus would run away and hide on some new... I had thought Rail to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have...
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rail should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while...
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toy...
The ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If we don't find Rail alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Sharlaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rail agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes. I had thought Rail to be firmly in Han's camp.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardlies up. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rail might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their...
Cerberus! Too many questions. Can't sleep. Can't eat. Wrong answers.
Poor Vitor. What did Cerberus do to him?
When they returned Vitor to us, he was suffering from malnutrition, exhaustion, dehydration, and the after effects of several drugs.
Your patient was pretty disturbed when we found him. His health problems were effects of the Collector attack.
Shepard! You're trying to justify what Cerberus did?
To be fair, Talizora, most of the drugs I found in his system appear to have been from attempts to stabilize him and force a lucid state. It was brute force medicine, far less gentle than we would have preferred, but it was not physical torture.
It doesn't need to be.
I was told that Cerberus would just get him stabilized and get information from him.
Too many questions. Needles for wrong answers. Can't breathe. Suit's air not working. Can't breathe.
They said he would be safe. I knew we couldn't trust them.
Excuse me. Your presence seems to be disturbing my patient.
I didn't mean to upset him.
Doctor, is it time for the meds yet? I need my meds.
Not yet, Vitor. Soon.
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity.
At least someone here's looking out for Tali.
Tali showing a desire to correct mistakes, but more importantly, you may find evidence of what happened.
Who's to care about that now? All I want to do is find Father.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the
Not much, I'm afraid.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I
We
found.
knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the
That's
ship?
exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped...
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's
Since
family?
before Real wasn't... I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits.
There's a
until-
celebration when a child gets her first suit.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement
It's
in Tali.
difficult to explain.
It's all right, Hanshala. No secrets between shipmates.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world. Or a strong fleet, at least. That was how
How long have you known Tali's family?
I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the Admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its
Then
own.
find records of your shipment and experiment. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have
There
forced.
seem to be some other arguments going
You
on.
caught that. Yes, the Geth spread. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial...
You're thinking of war?
I'm not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shep. I'm not giving you my opinion.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Even during the...
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Ran got you leave to hit the Alarai.
I'm more concerned with finding my
I wish
father.
you luck. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble.
Sorry if I came on too strong.
Not for me,
I
Shepard.
believe I'm innocent.
I know you and your father. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the
Can you
one...
tell me anything
Nothing
about
good. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew
Admiral,
up.
my father...
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might follow...
Can you tell me about the other Admirals?
One you didn't recognize Tali as Admirals. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of Admiral Corris is the same whiny...
You disagree with Admiral
He's
Corris?
a damn Geth apologist. He wants us to search for new colony. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
You and Tali's father go back a long
We
way?
served together on the crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but he took the helm. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back...
You noticed that, did you? He was looking for something to give us an edge when
I
we
know
attacked.
Father wanted to retake
I don't
the
know, kid. We almost had the votes.
I hope the Quarian people find someplace to live, Admiral.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around.
We might need that fleet to help
Then
fight
we
them.
need a world to shelter our...
I hope the Quarian people find someplace.
Then we need a world to...
Thanks for the
Hang
information.
in there,
Thank
kid.
you, Admiral.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vas Quibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Can you tell me anything
Only
about
that you should have left when we find the evidence of what Tali and her father...
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your honor.
You have a ship named Quip.
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, and have, on occasion, had difficulty. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these
If
names.
it bothers you, maybe you should find
I've
another
occasionally entertained the idea. Something with a nice, respectable name. But I am proud of the Quip. And I will not flee because of petty insults.
What exactly is your problem with my
I
crew
respect Tali immensely. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements
You
beyond...
are correct. The other admirals are pushing for war. They would see our fleet destroyed
Can
in
the
the
Quarians
sky.
coexist
I don't
with the
know.
Geth?
They are our children, Shepard. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments...
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora.
I'm surprised to hear you
I
say
don't
that.
hate you, Tali. I just think your father...
The human can work it well, I'll admit that much.
If anyone...
My father dead or trapped on the Alarai?
I'm sorry, darling. I was under orders. She wanted to get you onto the Alarai. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
Who decides where the mine...
That's a more The Conclave votes on where we're going, but the Admiralty works out how we
Seems
get
like
there.
you're cut out of
Raya
the-
has a representative in the Conclave, like every... If my crew doesn't like the way things are going... Of course, since the Raya produces about a third of the fleet's food, they try to keep us happy.
Why is the fleet here? A binary blue giant
Not if you're
system?
looking for a plane. We've been doing a lot of deep-range travel. We're running an ice mining operation at the Red Dwarf, 6 light years off. They haul it here, and we melt it for water.
Why did you post guards outside our ship?
Aside from the fact that technically it's under quarantine. Any accidental intership contact could sicken or
We'll
kill.
talk to you later, Captain.
If Talizora is stuck with a human captain, then...
Talizora and her father are up at the road. It's from there.
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing them. Talizora's gift.
If Talizora is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an elf.
Talizora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now.
hostiles! Nothing can hurt me! One more!
My shields are down. Weapons!
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secured... For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father...
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage...
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarry within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue?
No, I don't know. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
I'll take it.
Who's running this? Time to fight! Taking fire!
Above shields!
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts, even if he assembled. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage...
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear?
Doubtful. This is mostly... But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
You'll reclaim your homeworld someday, Tali. If your father...
Taking back our planet would only be the beginning. It would take generations of gene therapy to readapt our immune. We'd be adapting our entire culture. Again. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually...
If you don't take back your home...
I won't let that happen. At the very least, we can take back...
Combat drones away!
weapon will put our people back on the homeworld. And it's all because of Rail Zora.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me to clean up your mess. You can't.
Every Geth on this ship will die, Tali. It won't bring him back. But it's what he would have wanted.
I don't care what he would have wanted, Shepard. I wanted a father who would take the sick leave time and let me see his face without a helmet in the way. Instead, I got orders. And this. And a panel of admirals who think I'm a traitor. Those were my father's gifts to me.
You also got his mind, and the best military training in the Quarian fleet.
You're right. I know what he'd do. Better than anyone. Maybe he had to know I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
You don't know how he would have ended that message.
Yes. I do. Come on. Let's finish this.
Damn it! I can't see them! Combat drones!
Enemy combat drones!
Nothing can hurt me! Yeah, okay.
Combat drone away!
Take it! Yeah, right on your ass!
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
We have to. I know.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board.
We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
Your father was deliberately networking the Geth to Sapiens to do weapons tests.
That breaks our most sacred laws. Laws. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but we can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can... But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot...
We're not gonna decide anything here.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
It's only been a few hours.
Right. Just bringing the information about Rael on Tali. Practically.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
You didn't waste much time declaring us dead. Go get your ship.
We apologize, Shepard. Your success in taking back the...
Also very welcome.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali's achievements are the only evidence you should need. Come on, Tali. We're leaving.
What?
This is a formal proceeding!
Wrong, Admiral. This is a sham. You're trying to build sympathy for the Geth to forestall the war effort.
That is completely...
And you want all the messy experiments covered up so you can throw your fleet at the Geth. Do whatever you want with your toy ships, but leave my crew out of your political bullshit. We have no new evidence. You can accept Tali's word, or you can exile the woman who saved the Citadel from the Geth.
Are the Admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora vas Normandy. Kila Solai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. It's been a while since anyone shouted down the Admiralty Board. I think it was good for them. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
Tali, about what your father said. What he did. You deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Come on, Talizora, Boss Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This might be useful.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal. How may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander. No messages for you, Commander.